My head is done. Only quarter things. Hello, how are you? Sheba H. Hello, how are you all doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Okay. I'm trying to check up your names. H. Oh, I see it. Then I have Robson. Okay.
Yes, Tanya Robeson.
Don Robson, yeah. All right. My name is Joseph Orji, and I'll keep you guys company this semester. I posted some message in Canvas. I don't know if you have checked it yet. Have you seen my messages in Canvas? Okay, I'm gonna begin from there. I made an announcement. I think I uploaded so many pages here.
Here's my thing. I still don't have my access to the book, or I did the BC, the bookstore, but I mean you get 2 weeks for free.
You haven't gotten the book yet?
No, I haven't gotten the book yet. And I did my order a while ago.
Did you order it from the bookstore? Or is it from Amazon?
The bookstore. No, it was from the bookstore.
Oh yeah, that means you have to I would suggest if you have the time, you can go there and see what is going on there. Because the homework and assignments are from the book, except for the research paper and let me put your syllabus. Yeah, except for the research paper and your attendance, all the course assignments are done in the using the McGraw-Hill Connect. And if you order the textbook, it will have the code that you need to register, So I would recommend, if you have the chance, go there. You still have till Sunday before the first assignment is due. I can extend it the next week, so make sure that everybody have their book.
Yes, please. Can you extend it, because I'm still waiting in the bookstore?
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let us look at take a quick look at Canvas, where our course is most of the work will be done. Okay. Now, the first thing is the syllabus. You can get the syllabus from here. You can also get it from this homepage. I have the link to the syllabus right here, or from here. Now, syllabus explains a lot of things about this class. I would recommend that you read them. As a matter of fact, one of the first quiz you take is the syllabus quiz. So read it, and then so that if you have any question, you can ask me about it. This is the name of the textbook here, The Art of Leadership. This is the authors and the edition, and also the course ID that you need to register in McGraw-Hill Connect, so that you can be able to do assignments. To register, once you buy the book and the code, to register, I recommend that you go to Canvas course. I will show you where you can, the tab that you will click. This is a tab right here, McGraw-Hill Connect. If you click on it, and then it will bring you to this page that you can. I don't know how you see it from your side, but from here you can now go and register. With that course ID, you can to put you in my class. Alternatively, you can go to their website and register as well with that code. So long as you put my course ID, it will show you, put you in my class. But I recommend to go from here. This is more safe, because the tab is here. Now, to do the assignment, either you go from here or you go through the model. See the model this is first week model. This is the course levels. You can also see the course levels here. The lecture 1 PowerPoint, you can download it from here. Then homework 1, you can go from here. If you click on it, it will take you to the homework. I don't know how you see it from your own end, but this is how I see it on my end. But I'm the professor, so it will be different from how you see it. They can then start to do the assignments. Now, every week I make an announcement for the week. Like this is the first announcement, this one here. So next week I will put a new announcement. In that announcement, I will list the material that you need to read for the week and the assignment that are due for that week. So next week I'm gonna put week 2 as activities and assignments. Like these are the things that are due this week. Complete the course syllabus quiz, buy the course textbook, register in McGraw-Hill Connect, read chapter 1 of the course textbook, complete homework 1. All these things are due in January 15th. That is on Sunday. But I can extend the due date of the homework. The homework that is due in McGraw-Hill Connect to next week. So that to make sure that everybody
next week, so we can get the textbooks next
week.
Yeah.
I will send to next week so that everybody will have the book by then. But the syllabus quiz is due this week. How do you assess the syllabus quiz? You go to the model, and then this is right here. Syllabus test, I believe I mean to say. Click on it, and then it will take you there from your own end. As a matter of fact, let me show you how it will look from your own end. You can see it, right? Can you see the page? Can you see the page?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
It's only 4 questions. Once you click, take the quiz, it will open up for you to take the quiz.
Can you go back again and show me how you get there? Because I was trying to do that today.
But you mean the quick syllabus quiz?
Yeah, the syllabus quiz, yes.
Okay. So let me go back to student view. Okay, let me see. Let me go back. We look at the model. Can you see the models?
Mm-hmm.
You click on the models, it will bring up everything that is due in model 1.
Okay,
then see the quiz right here.
Yeah, okay. I was an assignment. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. That going from the model is more better because when you go to the model, you will see everything that is due that week, so that you won't be confused about which of the assignments are due. The model will have everything that will be due that week. And also in my announcement, I also list the what needs to be done that week. At this point, I want to show you the assignments that how your grades in this class will be determined. To do that, I have it explained on the course syllabus. Let me bring it down. Okay. See, first there will be 2 research papers, and they will worth 20%. There are several tests, 2 tests, actually, 30%. Your attendance grade is 5% of your grade. Homework is 25%. And then final exam is 20%. So this is higher grade to be determined. Any question to what I've explained so far? Any question?
No.
No.
Now, so some of your homework, let me see. I don't know how it is. It shows from your end, but for me, let me go from your from the student view. See if it will allow me to open it up from there. Okay, this is homework leadership variable. Let me make sure you can see this. Yep, this is homework. You click on homework 1, for example. You go to models. By the way, this is homework 1 and click on it. Okay. It's a homework. Then you have to log in. For me, because I'm not a student, it will open it from. But for you, once you log in, it will open out for you. Then you can now click on and then start the homework. So I'm not a student, so it won't let me. Okay. Now, let us begin. Oh, before that, I want to mention one more thing. I use Remind for this class. In my classes, I use Remind. So when I send a message, it will come to you, to your cell phone as a text message. That is a faster means of communicating, even though I will post the message in Canvas. But sometimes you may not have the chance to post that message in Canvas, especially if it is urgent. Let's say that I will not be able to make it to class. I might send a message to remind that you might not have a class today, and it will come to you as a text message. So when I create the remind for your class, you will receive a text from me. When you get that text, I recommend that you answer yes so that you can put you in my class. When you do that, when I send those messages, you will get them as a text message in your phones. Then one more thing is that the actual time for this class is 6 p.m. Today we started by 7 p.m. just for there's a reason for that. But our normal time class period is 6 p.m. And this is a virtual class, not an online class. So we can start now. As you already know, this class is called leadership, the principles of leadership. And what is leadership anyway? All of you know what a leader, have seen a leader or have been a leader in one form or the other. Whether you are the prefect of your class or you are a captain in your football team, or you are a manager in your office. Well, a manager is a form of a leader. Even the teacher in the classroom can also be considered a leader. So leadership comes in different forms. But the one we are doing here is leadership applied to business. And we can include leaders in other areas of human endeavor, for non-profit, country, city, and so on and so forth. So again, for formality's sake, I'll ask, who is a leader? A leader is somebody who has the ability or who is skilled in the art of motivating a group of people to behave or do certain things that will lead to the achievement of a common goal. So in other words, the art of motivating people to act toward achieving a particular goal or a common goal is what is called leadership. When you apply this to a business setting, then we can say that leadership means directing workers and colleagues with a strategy to meet the goals of a company. Okay. We have a few things that we need to know about leadership. It involves essentially it involves being able to and prepared to inspire others. There are some I'll put it this way: a good leader can make a company or a firm to become very successful within a very reasonable amount of time by putting or creating a mindset of positivism in his or her employees. Now, note that effective leadership is based upon ideas. The idea can be original or it can be borrowed, so if that idea is communicated effectively in a way that engages them or engages the subordinates or employees to act as the leader wants them to act, if that is the case, they can achieve a lot. I'll give you an example. I don't know if any of you know about MySpace. MySpace was a type of one of the first types of social media that came out in the early 2000s. I mean, it was popular then, but then Mark Zuckerberg borrowed that idea and made it even more popular by developing Facebook. The kind of leader he is was able to inspire his employees, and since Facebook became known, it has been continued to grow and grow and grow. Eventually, it was became a company that is traded in the stock market. Before Mark Zuckerberg, nobody even think of a social network being a publicly traded company. But his kind of leadership made him to have employees that are motivated, and with the cross-fertilization of ideas from different employee groups, eventually he was able to make Facebook a very great company. Now, Facebook is almost like if you check the number of users, people that use Facebook, is almost like more than the population of a large country. Okay. Now, how about the other leader, like Steve Jobs? When before Apple smartphone came out, what most people know about, when they talk about smartphone, before you talk about BlackBerry. So eventually, Steve Jobs was able to borrow some of the ideas from BlackBerry, and then we're working with highly motivated employees. He was able to inspire them to develop a kind of smartphone that have a lot of capabilities. So, and because of that, he was able to corner the market to himself. And then, as a matter of fact, we don't have much about BlackBerry anymore. Apple phone became very popular. Now, remember, whatever a leader does, there are other, and if it is successful, there are other leaders that are watching, and they want to get a piece of the action too. So, a good leader at every point in time must be thinking 10 years ahead of the competitor. Motivate the employees to have long-term outlook, have high morale, to keep developing products that will continue to please the customers, products that make the customers to be willing to open their wallets and buy their products. But if compare this to a company where the employees are not as motivated, very motivated, there will be high rate of absenteeism, no innovation, and all kind of negativity and things that can pull the company down in the long run. So I also wrote here that leadership may also refer to an organization's management structure. Well, let me play a video that we explain the leadership style of Steve Jobs and how that kind of leadership can lead a company to the promised land of success. I'll play this short video for you. See, about a leadership style. Okay, I'm saying I can open this page. Okay, and I'll paste it there.
Creativity with science.
Now, can you hear this sound?
The key to Steve Jobs' genius, I think,
Yes.
is the marriage
Okay,
of
good.
creativity with science. He loves to say that when he was a kid, he loved the liberal arts, but then he became an electronics geek. If you look at people in the world today, some are great at technology, like Bill Gates. Some are great at the arts, whether it's, Bono or the Beatles. But Steve Jobs could appreciate both camps, and that is what makes a great 21st century company, but frankly a 21st century economy, is being creative, but also connecting it to the science. Steve Jobs can be really brutal to the people he works with. He can really push them, and some people break under the pressure, but if you're really able to stand up to him, he loves it. They give an award to the person who stands up best to Steve Jobs. That started back in the old Macintosh days in the early 80s. So he can be very, very demanding, but he loves it when people stand up to him. I think Steve Jobs admires people who have great creativity and have a spiritual aura to them. Gandhi, the Maharaji, who was his spiritual leader when he took up Zen Buddhism, but also Einstein, and then people who were great technologists and artists such as Edison and Ford. If you look at the Think Different ads, he picked out every one of those. That Picasso picture, that John Lennon picture, Bobby Kennedy. He wanted to show who his heroes were, and that's what distinguished those Think Different ads. In the late 70s and early 80s, a lot of strands came together in California. You had the hippie movement, you had the free speech movement, but you also had self-awareness and spirituality and Est and Esalen and Zen Buddhism. You also had the computer culture, the wireheads, the electronic geeks, the phone freakers and stuff like that. They tended not to get along too well until the early 80s, when people like Steve Jobs came from both camps, loved reading the Whole Earth catalog, but also loved reading popular electronics and figuring that out. I think that's where Apple comes from, is that mix of the counterculture and technology.
See a short video. He didn't tell us so much about Steve Jobs, but at least he gave us an idea of his own principle when it comes to leadership. Now, back to our lecture. We have what organization needs. Well, I can also hear that in today's business world, companies are looking for much more than bosses, people that can order them around. They don't want that. They want people, or I would say leaders, managers, bosses who understand technology, who can quickly adapt to change, who can skillfully motivate them, and who can realize the importance of satisfying customers. Yeah, because customers is the king, are the king. As a matter of fact, the customers vote for you, but not with ballot paper. They vote with their wallets. So if a leader can make customers to vote more, that means buy more products, it can lead the company to significant success. So company also want leaders who can master the skills that I just mentioned, to understand technology, adapt to change, motivate employees, and satisfy customers. All this ability to do all these things are what the modern day companies are looking for. And if you look at those companies that are very successful, they are very good at these things that I mentioned. So when a company hired such leaders, at a point, as you can see from the video about Steve Jobs, such leader can be demanding, but the fact is that when companies have people like that, their success, I will not say guaranteed, but the probability of becoming a very successful and competitive in the industry become highly increase. The probability will increase significantly. Let me put it that way. So now companies need those kind of leaders again because they are committed strongly to making the company their performance to be very stellar. I will give an example with Wegmans. I'm sure some of you have known about Wegmans. It's a very popular grocery store, a grocery chain. Then the Wegman leadership of this family grocery chain ensure that the company is very prosperous and is still growing strong every year, even though the retail sector have been going through a lot of challenges. But the Wegmans have remained strong despite that fact. We're going to play a short video about Wegman, but before then, I will want to show you a few things about the company that make it very not only likable, but also successful. So the key to that company's success, there are many things that lead to the success, but a few of them I want to mention here. Excuse me. We have the chain. I mean, we're able to stay for 15 years on the Fortune magazine 100 best companies to work for. So they have the culture of, in fact, they focus a lot on their employees. Let me put it that way. So, you know, when you make the employees happy, they are willing to give you the best. So, because they are focused on making their employees happy and, you know, comfortable, they are well liked. Now, Wegman has a low turnover rate among their 47,000 employees. I'm talking about as of 2 years ago. And they receive more than 200,000 applications for their 900 new jobs that they open every year. Now, they have employees that enjoy benefits, including 24-hour health hotline, free stop smoking programs, subsidized gym membership, and compressed work week. Now, they also have a scholarship program that the company established in 1984 that have awarded over $80 million in scholarship to their employees as of 2 years ago. Now, in the Fortune magazine, let me show you the location of Wegman in Fortune magazine. I have this PowerPoint in the for you already, so you can read them up. But I want to show you this part. Wegmans. Give me a minute. Let me close this. Okay. Let me close some things from here. Okay, good. So you can see Fortune 100 best company to work for. Make sure you're seeing this. I see Wegmans Food Market. Look at the company information. Yeah, rank last year is 3. We have employees 51,060. This is for 2 years ago. No, not 2 years ago. Let me see the date. I couldn't see the date from here. Anyway, but it was recent, not more than 2 years old. You can see some of the perks they have. 100% health coverage. They don't have it, but they have this telecommuting. They allow the employees to telecommute. Not all the employees can telecommute, but they have it. They have on-site fitness gym, yes. They have non-discrimination policy, includes sexual orientation, yes. Health insurance for part-timers. Even their part-time employees have health insurance. So when you have the chance, you can go through all this. Let us go back to the our presentation. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, okay. We can now look at what a quick look. I will take a quick look at what some of our great leaders have achieved. When you have the chance, I will say go and look at this link here to see some of those achievements by great leaders. Some of those leaders, the achievements and the foundation they laid is where American companies stand and build more profitable firms. Okay. Now we can now look at some of the other things we need to know about leadership. So leadership, like I mentioned before, involve motivating people to act towards achieving a common goal that the company wants. Now, in business, leadership is, to a very large extent, linked to performance. So that means whenever we define leadership, we must have that in mind. I'm talking about corporate organizations like banks, insurance companies, grocery stores, automobile companies, hotels, restaurants, any kind of business. When you mention leadership, you have in the back of your mind that it involves performance. Now, while even though leadership is not solely about profit, now you can see, because there are leaders, we have political leaders that have achieved a lot. We have spiritual leaders. We have different kind of leaders. But when it comes to business, those we view as effective leaders are those who increase their company's bottom line, to the extent that people with leadership titles and responsibilities are often kicked out of the company if their efforts don't meet the expectation set by the company's board. So when it comes to business, you are the CEO, which is the leader. Your skill, you are regarded as a good leader if you are able to achieve or meet the expectations of profit that are set by the board of directors of that company, or by the management or the shareholders. So as long as you continue to generate profit for the company, you can stay as long as you like. But if the company is having problems under you, even no matter how much you try and no matter how good you are as a leader for that company, you will not be considered a good leader if the company is not making money. So I'll give you an example. I don't know if how many of you know about the former CEO of Yahoo. Her name is Marissa Mayer. She came to Yahoo, tried everything, but the company was still having problems and losing money. Eventually, she was kicked out of Yahoo. Let me show you the story right here. Okay. Now look at her right here. I don't know if you can see her. Let me put it right here. Marissa Mayer. So you can see After nearly 5 rocky years as CEO of Yahoo, Marissa Mayer will be leaving. This is an article published before she left. So as Yahoo continued to struggle under her tenure, so also was her reputation as someone who could run a top-tier company. The fact that she could not turn Yahoo around, eventually the board fired her. And then this can not only that they fired her, it can affect her reputation. For her to be hired to run a company of Yahoo's size, it will be very hard. But had it been that she was able to turn Yahoo around, she become golden and a celebrity, and she should be counted as one of the best leaders. Now, note that it doesn't mean that she doesn't have the skill. She had the skill, she have whatever it needs. It's just that sometimes the problem, a company might be having a big structural problem that requires other things that is out of the control of the CEO. So the story of Marissa Mayer, and there are so many other leaders who did not achieve the profit targets of a company and were made to leave, tell us that leadership is not, and tell that effective leaders are those people who are viewed as effective leaders are those who increase their company's bottom line at a given period of time. Now, we have 3 minutes left. We cannot achieve much in another 3 minutes, so I'm going to time us out. Please wait for 10 minutes and log back in. Use the same link that you used to log in now, log back in after 10 minutes, okay? So that we can finish up, okay? Hello?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
every week, you'll be using the same link, the same password, the same thing to join the class. Okay. So let me.
Okay.
Any question before I time us out? Any question before that?
No.
Okay, but don't forget, wait for 10 minutes and log back in, so that we can complete this. All right, see you back here in 10 minutes.